Okay, I'm gonna do some stuff first. All right, hello GDQ viewers. My screen name is CovertMuffin, and I am super pumped for Banjo-Kazooie. How are you all feeling out there in the audience? Yes, and not only am I hyped for this, but we are just about $15,000 away from hitting that 1 million mark. We have raised so much today. Thank you so much, everyone. Woo! Yes. All right, that being said, if you would like to be in contention for winning that grand prize, if you have a minimum donation amount over the entire marathon of $200, you could potentially win a Legend of the Zelda themed replica Master Sword and Hylian Shield provided by Heroic Replicas. Full prize information can be viewed in the tracker, and official rules are on the website, so keep those donations coming in, folks. That being said, we are getting kicked off towards that 1 million amount with an anonymous $2,500 donation. And there's no comment with that, but thank you so much for your generous donations. All go into a good cause. All right, we also have a $20 donation from Lauren and Glenn that says, our first time watching GDQ, here's to 1 million. Yeah, keep it up, let's get there. All right, we also have $30 from Swedish Ninja Fish that says, so excited for the Banjo-Kazooie race that I had to be here in person. Shout out to my wife and daughter, and good luck to Hag and Duck from the back couch. Hey there, Swedish Ninja Fish. Woo! All right, and put your hands together because we also have a $250 donation from Beamer27. They have to say, hey all, so great to see the gaming community come together for such an amazing cause. Here's to many more years of GDQ. Donation goes towards Runner's Choice. Thanks, Beamer27. You're awesome. All right, we also have $30 from Wind Chaser 316 that says, I have really been enjoying this Mario block. Been watching with my son, who's a big fan of all things Super Mario. Here's a donation towards the cause. 1 million hype! All right, and speaking of hype, it sounds like Duck and Hagginater are ready for the Banjo-Kazooie race. Take it away, guys.
All right, great. All right, everybody, you ready? What's up? Countdown with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, thanks, guys. This is Banjo-Kazooie 100%. Me and Hagginator are really excited to be able to race this for you. We'll just start off with a quick roll call of everybody involved here. I'm Duck.
I'm Hagginator.
I'm Mooseman.
I'm KingKC. This is Nylume.
And this is Danzel Glovington.
Woo!
All right, so you might be thinking, what is involved in a 100% run?
Failed it.
As such as missing the backflip, the first trick of the game,
crowd goes wild.
and we've
That's how
already
it's
failed.
Reset.
Reset.
Quick reset? Quick reset?
No. So basically, we're going to be collecting all the honeycomb pieces, all the jiggies, and what else?
And all the notes.
And all the notes. I was just testing you. I had to make sure. I got to make sure Casey's awake. So right now, we're going to be doing the normal banjo movement without Talon Trot, but as soon as we enter Mumbo's Mountain, we're going to be able to use almost all the moves in the game. And this is because before the run started, we set up a trick called Furnace Fun Moves, and this allows us to transfer moves from a different file. So besides eggs and feathers, which we don't learn because we need the resources later, we know all the moves the moment we enter Mumbo's. So right now, the runners are just going around, gathering all the honeycombs in Spiral Mountain. And this usually takes about 2 minutes, and we'll see how, with Hag with a slight lead going into Mumbo's.
Yeah, so on this matchup, Hag and Duck are actually a pretty classic rivalry. So normally we're used to seeing Stiv up here, and he's cruising along, killing it. But this time we actually have two mostly lifelong rivals going at it. Their times go back and forth all the time, and everything that's all in on this race, their egos, their pride. They know that the faster this gets done, the hot tub closes at 11, so they know what's at stake here.
Hag entering Spiral, So this is the last little bit. We're gonna grab this Jiggy here so we can open up Mumbo's Mountain. The Jiggies are needed to open up the levels if you've never played this game before. So they're gonna run over here, open the level, and then the real, speed run begins. And if you think the rolling and fluttering is annoying, don't worry. We'll be replacing it with a much more annoying Talon Trot jumping here in a little bit. So the fastest, the fastest movement in this game is basically jumping in Talon Trot. It allows you to accelerate immediately and is just a generally faster way to move. So now that we're entering Mumbo's, the Furnace Fun manipulation trick is going to activate, and we're immediately going to get moves that we're not supposed to have. So right off the bat, both in Talon Trot, going for the Ginger. That purple guy in the way a lot for Hag, but not too bad. So yeah, you're going to be hearing this noise continually for the next 2 hours. Enjoy. We got audience ruse coming through.
You couldn't hear it already.
All right, so this is the first real trick of the run. So if you've ever tried to run Banjo-Kazooie before, you may note that there's a cartridge requirement. You have to have a 1.0 cartridge. Basically, this is because you can do a slope manipulation glitch, which whenever your shadow hits a flat surface, you're allowed to continually jump up a slope you're not supposed to be able to jump up. So normally, it's supposed to be a termite here, but we skipped that. Skips going to Mumbo, skips a lot of extra tokens that we would have to get, and keeps us going a little bit faster.
Yeah, and they both go really smooth, too. A lot of things can go wrong there. You can fall down a floor. Those termites will just whack you from pretty much anywhere.
By the way, I think we need to mention that if you die in any level, you lose all your Jinjos and all your notes. And so any death whatsoever is minutes, at least a few minutes time lost, if not more. Click Clock Woods can be almost 20. So this is not a game that's an easy race. Right now it seems pretty simple, but in the later levels where death is very much going to happen, or should maybe happen.
What?
We're not going to say. I leaked the script a little bit there. I'm just kidding. But so right now, getting Conga, and it's only about a 5-second difference here. Really, just Spiral. But Dick is going to lose a little bit of time here. Already messed Duck's name up.
The first Dick of the night.
The first Dick of the night. If you didn't know, Duck's name used to be Dick Khan, so we might have a few unexpected. I'm not going to finish that sentence, but you know what I'm saying.
And keep track of that.
Yeah, so, also to note with the deaths, during all of the practice runs these guys have tried to do this week, they've died in all of them. So everything can happen here.
Yeah. So if you notice, we both Duck and Hag jumped over to shoot eggs, and that just is a little movement optimization. They're able to actually hit Conga from an area you're not really supposed to hit him at, and that just makes the things a little bit faster. So still really close so far. Really just the Spiral Mountain little mistakes here, but it can all add up, and any difference in the run can be immediately overturned at any level of the game.
No!
So I didn't really talk about enemy movement, but Hag's been getting a lot of really interesting enemies in the way. So the enemy movement is RNG in this game, and so maybe not in this level so much, but in future levels like TTC, you can really get messed up by an enemy being in the wrong spot, or even in the layer, you can get knocked down by enemies just being in the wrong spot and knocking you off a ledge in ways you can't avoid or have to take extra time to avoid them. We're visiting Mumbo. We're not waking him up though.
He's sleeping.
He's snoozing. He's missing the run. But now I grab the second honeycomb. Each level has 2 empty honeycomb pieces in it, and those actually extend your health. So we need to get all of those. And the reason why we're getting these is just simply because it's 100%. It's part of the total screen, and that's how it's 100% is calculated in this game. It's only 1 Jiggy apart. Looks like Duck lost a little bit of time here. Hag's been having a pretty clean Mumbo's Mountain, even with the enemies being kind of in the way, but still not a whole lot off.
Yeah, and usually during races like this, any anxiousness or nervousness goes away after the first 15 minutes. So both these guys doing pretty good keeping it together.
So if you notice what Hag just did right there, it's a Jinjo skip. And so if you watch Duck real quick, he's going to jump, land in the water, and this prevents him from having to do a jiggy jig.
Going for a swim, don't worry about it.
Going for a quick
Swim. Just keep swimming.
But if they're able to get in the water before touching the jiggy or touching the ground, that allows them to skip the final jiggy jig. And the final jiggy jig is where Banjo goes, and the last one is
Just do that.
the last jiggy jig is always longer, so we want to skip as many of those as possible. Hag opening the first note door. So in addition to a...
Just slow down a little bit, just a little
Am I
bit.
going too fast?
Going too fast?
Or Duck?
So in addition to being a requirement to beat the game for 100%, you also need notes to open doors. And that's the main function, is to gate you from getting to levels you're not supposed to get to. But we're going to be breaking that rule a little bit with some new tricks here, or tricks that maybe you've not seen. An entirely new route since the last time it's been at GDQ. So we're going to open up both of these levels real quick because we don't want to come back down this way until much later in the run.
Yeah, and shout outs to Ninpalk. Came up with a brand new skip, saves about 1 minute, 50 seconds over the course of the speed run. Before, we would have to talk to that witch, that's Grunty's, I guess, sister.
Yeah.
She tells us about Grunty, and it's always different every time you select the file, and we always had to deal with that RNG, and we would, go out of our way to do stuff we didn't have to do just to try to make the RNG a little less, but we can skip her now. We don't have to worry about it. Ninpalk saves the game. It's really nice.
Yeah, it was a really cool trick. So shout out to Ninpalk for that.
We have a 20% chance each to lose it to RNG, though. If you get a picture
true.
question.
Yeah, also, of course, there's still RNG that can kill your run.
Yeah.
All right, so coming into TTC. TTC, or Treasure Trove Cove, is one of the hardest levels because of the amount of flying. There's a lot of precision flying that they're going to be doing here, and any mistakes in this flying can result in massive time loss. So, not to mention a lot of weird geometry with the trees and stuff, so. Gonna be grabbing all these notes in here. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you hold R, you swim better and fly better. So if you've ever played Banjo and had trouble controlling, for some reason you can just press R and you will be able to control Banjo significantly better in both the water and the air. So this is another part where we were talking about where we got all the moves, but except for feathers and eggs. And we did that because when we talked to Bowles for the first time after we learned those moves, we get extra feathers to... that we absolutely need to finish. This route is very feather heavy, and if we didn't get these feathers, they would just not be able to finish the run, or have to get a lot of extremely slow feathers.
Come back, Blubber.
Oh, Blubber.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Blubber...
Hope he's nice to me.
Yeah, this can be a little bit of a catch-up here for Doug. So if Blubber's in the right spot, you can have the Jiggy fall on you during the animation here.
I got this.
He got him.
Rigged.
Is it? I don't think so.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah, there we go.
It's rigged.
Rigged.
All right.
Type 1.
Type 1.
Type 1.
Type 1 for Duck, 2 for Hag.
Oh, no, I missed the note.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Remember that precision flying I was talking about? This is where it can get ugly. Hag missed the note.
We'll do some memes here.
Ooh, and Duck crushes it.
Okay, so Hag trying to get a backup here, getting this note, and he gets it. That's great. But now, all right.
Wow.
Excellent. So yeah, just like that, Doug is caught up a little bit more. just missing a single note in this section can be disastrous.
But you're down health, right? Did you bonk?
Yeah, I gotta be careful of that.
Yeah, in addition to feather and egg management, health management is also extremely important, especially since we go pretty low here and there's a lot of that enemy RNG movement that I was talking about earlier. So Hag's got to be extra careful and probably wants to get some health here, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's a hive on the way here.
Yeah, pretty
Or the crab.
What's coming up is something that's been killing race runs for years. Pretty much every time we do one, coming up right inside this crab. But I think, oh, he grabbed the health, so we're good.
Yeah, and just like that, only about 4 or 5 seconds apart. Do some beak bombs. We do not want to land here. This would be huge if any of them landed. Up. Nah, gets to that section perfectly. Dick as well.
Straight to the roof.
Duck as well.
Time for a quick donation?
Sure,
Sure,
why
go
not?
ahead.
All right, well, we have $250 from It's a Geiger 56.
Whoa!
It's Geiger says, hey, Duck and Hagginator, this is from the back couch cheering you guys on. So proud to see you guys have a run in the marathon. And that brings us within $5,000 of 1 million raised for the entire marathon. Let's get there, folks. Keep them coming.
So we did a...
Hagginator going into here with two.
Oh,
We're
boy.
like tied.
Duck
gonna
takes
get
a
healthier,
slight
though.
lead.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
the-
This is what he does.
This is a dangerous situation for Hag here. He's got to be extra careful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes
man.
it's more dangerous to go for the safe way because you're not used to it and you just end up dying.
Yeah. I mean, totally. Yeah, thanks. Shout outs to Geiger and, of course, everybody on the back couch.
Yeah, we got a
Huge
huge
shout outs. Give it up.
Yeah, we got a huge Banjo community.
And I see the numbers going up. Shout outs to everyone who's donating. We're almost at 1 million.
Yeah, less than 2,000 away. Keep them coming.
All right, let us know. So the routing in this level is really based on these X's. If you've seen them in ground pounding, there's one jiggy towards the end, and that kind of dictates where they're able to fly in this level. Good setups for Leaky there. Not having to go down where the jump pad is a lot faster, so kind of just aim it and poop it out, so. All right, precision flying number, I'm gonna call it number 3. Grab the notes. Here we go. Nice, and he gets a honeycomb. Will Hag get the honeycomb? Yes, both of them get the honeycomb. That is a really finicky setup. If you don't do that perfectly, you can crash into the Jinjo platform or miss the honeycomb and lose quite a bit of Duck misses the jiggy though.
Whoa!
Whoa! I'm gonna get on, just go ahead and land.
Whoa! And Hag takes the lead.
Get out of here.
All right, we are $600 away.
Whoa!
500. Come on, guys,
Count it
let's get
down.
there.
Donate 600, you won't.
Still ball.
Whoa.
Type 1.
Type 1.
Oh.
Come on.
I'm gonna get this health.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I'm waiting for that number to go up to 1 million. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, less than 400. Keep them coming in.
Numbers moving faster than the runners.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, 200 away.
204.
Oh, and we have hit $1 million.
Let's go.
That is a new record for on pace of the fastest we have ever hit 1 million in a GDQ marathon, folks. We got there.
awesome.
Absolutely amazing. And an amazing race coming on here too, because both runners are out within only a few seconds of each other, and this is kind of where things calm down just a little bit. Clankers is coming up, and if you know about this level, you know it's a lot of swimming, but it's also a lot about cycles, and we got to be very careful to make those cycles, but it also isn't as stressful as TTC. If you mess something up, you're going to lose a set amount of time, but there's not a whole lot of ways to die in Clankers.
That red guy is so scary.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, and that was talking about that earlier, where it's like you can just be in the layer trying to climb up the thing, and bam, you're down on the ground, lose 20 seconds. Just grabbing a little bit of stuff in the layer here.
If I get bolt jump without having a ground pound, should I go for the new token?
Sure.
All right.
That's a no.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
We're just making this up as we go, so.
This is your chance to catch up, Duck. Get the cycle.
All right.
No.
So they've got to move extremely fast here and try to get the best bubble, which will lead to entering Clanker's tooth at the best possible time. Clanker bobs up and down, and so when he's bobbing up and down, there are certain times where you can't hit
Straight to the-
oof. And Duck takes an unfortunate fall. He's definitely not making the cycle. Hag's still probably on pace to make the cycle.
But only looking at 17 seconds here. Not bad. Still smooth cruising, USA.
Well done. That was great. Time for a donation?
Yeah, how
let's
about
get- let's
that?
get
Yeah,
donations.
yeah.
Well, we have a $2,500 donation
That's like 8 million doubloons.
from Whale Noises 151, and they have to say, Whale Noises.
That's how you donate $2,500.
That's
good.
fantastic. So Hag missed the bubble, I think.
Yeah.
We were going through a donation, but Hag missed the best bubble, but he still can make a pretty close cycle. It's not a huge time loss. So if we stay too long down where Clanker's key is, you're gonna run out of air. But Gloop goes around the outside of this area, and where he is kind of dictates where you can get air. So Hag gets the second best bubble perfectly fine, and he'll have plenty of air to get back up. Duck getting, I think, the same bubble.
Nah, there's one later.
One later, okay. So yeah, Ducks might lose quite a bit of time here. It's possible to make that cycle, I think, but probably not.
And if you fail the jump at the beginning, you kind of have to lose too.
Yeah. What's most important here is no.
Oh no, I'm gonna drown. Wow.
Type 1.
Type 1 if he didn't drown.
Jump aided.
So yeah, so watch as Duck gets up here. He's not going to be able to shoot immediately. He's going to have to wait for Clanker to mosey on back around, and there we go. Still a really, really close race. The next section is also going to be cycle-based. So in addition to Clanker bobbing up and down, he's also going to shoot the bolt out of his blowhole. And that's not a euphemism, that's actually what happens. And so we're gonna be, so they're gonna have to try to get inside of him with that timing of when he shoots it up. And that requires a lot of really precise movement, which you'll see coming up after this little break of a mini game.
Yeah, we definitely have some time to rip off some donations
Yeah,
here.
let's get some donations.
All right, let's do it. Well, we got one with a question for you guys on the couch. We have $50 from Smithley that says, donating for my roommate and I. We spent many hours raging at Click Clock Woods. How would we get into running this awesome game?
Ooh, we can
That's a
answer
good question.
Well, it's actually really easy. We have like a ton of resources set up. We have a Discord. We have everyone's friendly. You know, if you hit up Hag or Duck or Noose or me or anybody, you know, we'll all talk it out. There's tons of tutorial videos because for some reason everybody makes a tutorial video.
Everybody does.
Yeah, so there's like 15 different routes of tutorials, and Click Lock Wood, you know, is just really hard for us, for those guys. These guys are both going to die in Click Lock Wood.
Yeah. Duck going for 4 notes, gets it.
That was really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's not gonna work.
Oh no, Hag misses the bolt jump. So this is kind of the infamous little part of this section.
Straight to the booth.
Let's see if Duck gets
Yes,
it.
Duck.
He's a...
Nice.
Straight to the booth.
You let go. What the heck,
baited.
Banjo? You had it.
Absolutely jubated.
Banjo.
Yeah, if that happens, you want to ground pound as quickly as possible, but it didn't look like it was going to work. Or that's a really, really precise jump. If you don't exactly make it, you just won't make it. So they're both going to lose the best cycle, and probably maybe one after that if they're not quick here.
Yeah, Hag should be good here.
So we're doing a little mid-air jump here. So if Banjo's sliding, he can keep doing whatever he's doing in that. So there's a few spots where they're going to slide Banjo in a backflip, and he'll dip down, grab the honeycomb. Woo! Oh, and Duck with the mid-air.
What about it?
Okay.
Nice.
Who's donating for a frame-perfect mid-air jump?
Type 1.
Yeah.
Type 1.
Duck- So there's a weird mechanic where there's a 1-frame window where you can jump in midair after sliding off of a ledge, and Duck just hit it like it was nothing. And it's probably gonna save him time. Barely makes
Probably
that
wouldn't have made
cycle.
that without the
Yeah, that was great. Both players. All right, so the next room coming up is one of the most challenging rooms in the game. Don't laugh. This is very challenging. So
Yeah.
we're gonna get gold feathers here, stock up on our gold feathers, and then the runners are gonna try to get this without getting
Missed
hit
a note.
by a single thing. That's okay. He can go back. We're not done yet.
How are you gonna get that note? You just did that stuff. Like, dodging those blades was already hard.
Yeah. Here we go. Gets it, and he's out.
Nice.
By the way, that trick. Let's see if Duck gets it. Gets the Talon Trot. Going. Perfect. By the way, that trick is free. You just run along the seam on the side there. There's no danger.
Time for a quick donation.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
let's do another note.
Great. We have $100 from Lady Atlas that says, I'll donate another $100 if the whole couch does a jig.
What is?
There's
We
like-
got to
there's
see
a
the
jig.
jig. Let's do it.
Let's watch it first. We're going to watch a YouTube tutorial, then we'll
Here we go. You ready? Here, I got my notes right here. I can use this as my jiggy. Here we go. We're doing it on Hags.
I guess I still got to watch it.
Well, we're both doing it.
That was
Scuff?
that was
Scuff.
yeah. I hope that poor excuse for a jiggy jig was worth the extra 100. All right.
Boom. Hag gets perfect crabs here.
Perfect. Nice. So with snippets in this room, we're trying to kill them with eggs, the last 2 with eggs, so you can get on top where the jiggy is and get the jiggy during the cutscene to skip the jiggy jig. Nice.
Ducky
Both of them get
those
perfect.
crabs. What about it?
What about it?
All right, so both having really pretty good clankers, all things considered.
We're within 20, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're also about doing this differently. We're doing this backwards to each other.
Oh yeah.
Which is funny.
Yeah, so they're both going to end up drowning to get back to the start. While we said that deaths are very bad in this game, they're also very good because they take us back to the start. But you just got to be careful about it. This is pretty much free. There's really no way they can die unless they make a very critical mistake.
Yeah, and because the timer is just, when you drown, it's like 62 or 64 seconds. And whenever that runs out, you drown. So it doesn't really matter which way they go.
We got time for like one more quick donation.
Okay.
Quick one? Yeah, sure.
Yep.
We got $50 from Cactus179 that says, gotta donate for a game so near and dear to my heart. Can't wait to see Banjo-Kazooie in Smash. Best of luck in the race.
We didn't
Yeah.
even talk about that yet.
Yep.
All right.
Banjo mains unite.
Okay, so coming up here is, I would say, the hardest trick in 100%. I'm not kidding this time, actually. So what they're going to be doing here is something called FP early, or freeze easy peak early, and this allows them to go directly to freeze easy peak without opening the note door, opening the jiggy door, saving a ton of time. However, it requires an angle perfect flying beak bomb into the out of bounds to get around the door.
So pretty much how this works is it's like the Mario glitch we've seen a million times. You don't do Yahoo, but you go really fast and you just go through the wall.
Yeah.
That's a good explanation. I've never heard it said like that, but that's a pretty good explanation, actually. This will lose them about 40 seconds apiece if they miss it, and this is definitely one of the times where even the most experienced runners can miss this and have a run die.
So we're just going to hit this little section right over here just to get the speed shoes and the flight pad. So we're going to go to the window, then through the wall, and then we're going to get right into that.
All right, we're gonna be quiet for this. Orange guy kind of in the way. Looks. Oh no! Hag misses it.
Crash Bandicoot. Only looking like 40 seconds though. Not a big deal.
This is the perfect time for Duck to make a comeback. Looks good. And we're through.
Part 2. We still got to make it through the door.
Not through the door yet.
You can bonk the door or miss the loading zone, and he's in.
That was great. All right, Duck takes the lead.
1 out of 2.
Hagginator facing a huge deficit now. You can see him starting to shrivel. He's very nervous.
He is
Joking.
He is running out of stamina.
You got it. Yeah.
Nice. And he's through. All right. That's not too bad. That's for a race. That's pretty average. That is
Fine.
He made it. That was close.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was really close.
All right. How's it going?
Twinkly shoutouts time.
Twinkly shoutouts time. Shoutouts to Simple Flips, I guess. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Shout outs to everybody in my chat, all the people who run this, Forsaken Proto, Mustagnia, everybody that helps support me and everybody that's around.
Time for a donation?
Yeah, let's do some donations.
Well,
Yeah.
we have $75 from Leslie Dainty.
Leslie.
They say, hello, Duck and Hag. Leslie here. Sorry I couldn't be there to cheer you on in person, but I know you both do amazing. I just want to say BK is one of my favorite communities I've joined over the past years, and it's thanks to the welcoming members that we have. Also, shout outs to all my ladies in the speedrunning community. Keep rocking it and kicking butt. Love, lots of love, Leslie.
All right, so
1, 2, 3.
there we go. That was an interesting trick that we kind of bypassed there, but that's
Whatever.
we call this YOLO Star. So basically, they're gonna beak bomb towards the tree. You're gonna see Hag doing it here in a second. Beak bomb towards the tree, exit flight just early enough to slide through the tree. Then you jump back through the tree, and then you ground pound to get back through one more time. This saves us a lot. So here we go. Perfect. And that's not free either.
I was just going to touch on the person who wanted to maybe get into speedrunning this game. We kind of glazed over it a little, but yeah, we do have the Banjo-Kazooie Discord. I think that would be the great way to start because you can meet everybody in the community and ask any questions you might have. I think a lot of speedrun communities have something like that, like a Discord or anything like that could help you get into it. I know a lot of people, they get their speedrun fix twice a year with games done quick, but there's people like every single day speedrunning your favorite game. So,
Yeah.
go look for it, find those people.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to Banjo. Banjo is a game that has a very diverse community in terms of the skill levels. Like, it's not just there's top runners and mid runners, but there's just if you look at the leaderboard, the times scale immensely. This is a very, very skill-intensive game with a very high skill ceiling that allows you to enjoy the game even at the lower level, and have a lot of people around you that are also trying to get their PBs up. I mean, just in this room alone, there's probably, anywhere between, 200 and 230, and we all really are big into the Banjo community. So we're gonna bonk these snowmen. These snowmen can be really strange, where if you bonk them the wrong way, you can actually end up landing or just having to waste more feathers. Missing it.
Great
to make me land. Oh.
One miss here usually leads into about 7.
Yeah.
He recovered really well there.
Yeah, and if you do land, there's only one flight pad oh my gosh.
It's scripted.
Yeah, Duck following the script perfectly to let Hag catch up. No, these can be, because this is not a really consistent set of beak bombs, Duck's gonna try to...
Whoa!
Oh, no.
Oh, and Hag is down.
Wait, it wasn't you who was supposed to do that. Read the script.
Oh, no.
So he's got to go to this really, really badly placed flight pad that is just a little too high up for its own... All right, he's up. That can legitimately be terrible to try to jump. For some reason, that's
Yikes.
right.
Okay, I was looking at Hag and I just stopped playing. Okay. Like, no joke.
Luckily enough, he has enough feathers.
Oh, what?
There's slash.
Holy cow, this is
Wow.
Luckily enough, he had
We're fine. Everything's fine. Everybody calm down. Why are you anxious? What's going on?
Sort of fine.
We're a little past fine.
It's all good. All right, ready? Okay, okay, you guys all know our boy Boggy over here is a very famous phrase, and I want to hear everybody in the audience when we start this race here. And I want to see the chat go insane.
If you're not sure what it is, it's wahay.
It's wahay.
It's wahay.
Wahay.
Wahay. So Duck is going to be grabbing all this stuff around the snowman's legs. This is pretty precise. It's not as precise as it used to be. We found some new techniques with this, but if he gets too far behind, he will lose to Boggy.
I can confirm that the Wahays have taken over Twitch chat.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Good.
Not good enough.
Type 1 for wahay.
Keep going.
Wahay! Wahay!
That's perfect. Hag's gonna start like right when mine ends, and we can just keep saying wahay.
Yeah, and just the continue.
Endless wahays.
Wahay! So you might see some weird movement in how we're playing against Boggy here. It's because Boggy, like all N64 racing games, has extreme amounts of rubber banding, where if you try to go as fast as you possibly can, he will just catch up to you, no matter what you do. You can be as fast as, the best speedrunner in the world and still lose to Boggy if you overextend. Duck grabbing a few no's.
Oh, no.
A little close there, cutting it a little close.
Jeez.
Holy cow, I was like, are you gonna start jumping now?
Yeah, losing those is actually pretty devastating. It's like a solid 2 minutes.
Yeah. If either of them lose this race by missing things under the snowman, we still have to there's actually another race coming up, so we have more time for plenty of wahays.
Speaking of which, we have a $1,000 donation from Mr. One Up Machine that says, Wahay!
Wahay! $1,000. Thank you so much.
$1,000?
$1,000?
$1,000?
$1,000.
We have a time for a few more donations as well.
All right, great. Well, we have a special $500 donation from none other than Grand Pooh Bear.
Oh, hey. Our boy Pooh.
I have to say, Mitch didn't die enough, so I had to donate a bit more. What an amazing run. Shoutouts to the artist formerly known as Daikishkon in this Banjo race. Love you, TDQ, and see you at TwitchCon. Thanks, Pooh.
Aw, thanks, Pooh.
Got some more?
Yeah, we got time for. This is just a lot of
Yeah, we're
little
chilling.
platforming here, so we got time.
Nothing
for more.
exciting right now.
We have $30 from the Shaded Master that says, it seems Banjo-Kazooie are raring to go for this speed run. Raring to rare? Raring, rare.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Also, we have a anonymous $1,000 donation.
Oh, Barden by.
No comment for that one, but thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. All right, so second opportunity. Hold your wahays. There's a second opportunity coming up here.
Keep them going. Woohoo!
Just keep them going. That works too. It'll be like 3 hours after the run's over. Just be wahays in the GDQ chat.
I mean, Twitch chat hasn't stopped spamming Wahey yet, so I think it's working.
We expect nothing less. We expect nothing less. All right, so there's gonna be some interesting beak bomb here from Duck.
We're just donking right off the front of the igloo to get in the door a little faster.
So here it comes. Slide. Oh,
that's all
yeah,
good.
He's in.
wasn't perfect, but it worked. So we want to get down to 5 health because we're going to do another death warp here to exit the level and get back to the beginning. Giving the children their presents. Since their dad is just out racing and they're not having Christmas.
The mom's not even in the game. I don't know what she's.
Too real.
Hag one's flying through the chat.
All right, so here comes the second race. So this one will not be done with the Walrus, obviously, but it will be done with Banjo and the Speed Shoes. So this race is a little bit easier. All right, here it comes. Cue him up. Get him in the thing. Copy paste. Way. Way.
Oh, okay.
Hag doing something interesting there.
Straight to the boob. He is going to have to pick up one more health before he leaves, but there's a health crate right in front of Boggy, so it's all right.
Duck getting everything around. Oh. There's a sneaky little Jinjo over here. Grab that guy. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Hag, you need a health. There you go.
I was just tricking you, Dick. I was thinking, Doc.
Yeah, so you see how much Boggy is just sitting there catching up.
Oh.
Way.
Way.
Now we got more wahays.
Give me that.
Countess Chocula would agree with a donation of $100 that says, Wahey! Go-hook!
All right, so this is still a really tight race. So there's going to be a lot of Hag's still going to have to catch up from missing FP early, but there's another opportunity for them to get caught in that trick because we have to do that trick a second time for 450 skip, which is the same thing except we're going to skip the 450 note door to get into Mad Monster Mansion early.
Yeah, and pretty much we only do that because we actually don't have the 450 notes to get through. We still open the door later.
Fine.
There we go. Perfect.
Oh.
Duck with a very clean
I think we're
FP.
about 50 seconds apart right now.
Oh man, I hope I don't fail 450 skip.
Oh, no.
All right. So this is the exact same trick again, except we're going to be going through the note door instead of the other door. So if you thought that trick, it's like you get past the hardest trick in the game, and then you got to do it again.
Oh God, I'm really nervous that I'm actually gonna.
Yeah, that's why we're going to be extra
Put him on the
building up.
spot.
be extra quiet to let it build up. Here we go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Hag's got to be careful here because he's down a lot of feathers, so.
Yeah.
But luckily, there's just a ton we can grab. He's going to grab 4 right here.
Yeah, so it's about, Duck's about a minute ahead right now, looking at the timer, so. Here we go, up. Gets the switch. That switch is the hardest switch to hit in the game, by the way.
All right, here he goes. Take 3 for all the marbles.
And he's through.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, he's not through yet. He's not through yet. He's not through yet.
I'm like looking at your game and I'm missing things. It's too exciting.
All right, now we definitely have some time.
Nice, we did it. We did it. We got through 450.
Nice job, guys. Well, we have a follow-up $100 donation from Lady Atlas that says, well done. Thanks for playing along, Couch. Additional thanks to GDQ staff for putting on another great event and the runners for giving us this intense race. Hayok? Time for more?
Yeah,
lots more.
Until they enter Mad Monster.
All
Roll
right.
them in.
Well, we have $100 from Rebelson that says, hi, I just want to wish my boy Hagginator and Duck good luck on the run and to donate some money for a good cause. And can I get some hype from the Banjo-Kazooie run?
It's pretty hype.
I'm so glad I got to say that.
We also have $1,000 donation.
$1,000? $1,000?
Yeah.
Hey, 1K, baby.
From Crazy Bones TV that says, been looking forward to this run for quite some time now. Banjo-Kazooie, without a doubt, is my favorite game of all time. Glad to be donating, and I'm glad to be watching. Best of luck to the runners.
All right, there's a little bit more time. I just wanted to point out real quick, Hag and I, we're both streamers on Twitch, and we both do this like every day. We love to race each other in Banjo. If you like what you're watching, I'm Duck, he's Hagginator. We're on
I'm
Twitch.
Hagginator, yeah.
There it is. Throw that in there. No smiley face flying through the chat right now.
No smiley.
No.
Well, we have $30 from Minnows that says, loving this Banjo-Kazooie race. Shoutouts to my boy Geiger on the back couch.
Yeah, guy. It's your boy. It's your type 1 if it's your boy.
All our love and support from your queen Clippy and Minnows back home. Kissy face.
All right, so entering Mad Monster Mansion. So this level is all about a little bit of health management and not trying to use as many gold feathers as possible. It's a lot of movement-intensive things and using eggs. So being low, Duck doesn't look anywhere near low on eggs, so he should be fine, but in there quick.
What am I hearing right now?
I don't know. I just random Banjo.
We got a hype crowd. I like it. I like
noises
it.
in the back. All right, so Duck is opening all these windows with eggs because it is very slightly faster. This is definitely one of the levels where the top runners are going to save a little bit more time than some of the lower end runners like myself.
Oh, come on, Moose.
But it's true. I mean, this is just a level that really. This is just a level that the top runners have worked a ton on to optimize, and it's definitely where you can make or break a lot of time loss on things that you might not even see as major issues. So Duck's
Coming for you, Duck. I'm coming.
No, you're not.
Boost.
Yeah, this is still again, it's Banjo-Kazooie. We have a saying in Banjo-Kazooie races, anything can happen. And everything from dying to known stuff to Nimphawk skip having issues and failing to a lot of stuff.
Coming up on the Napper skip, usually what we have to do is go inside and get it to make him go away. But we can get it and teleport the door.
Nice.
It only saves a few seconds, but it's a huge ego boost. That was awesome.
Big ego.
So what he did there, so not only did he get, he got the jiggy, didn't have to watch the dance, Napper goes away, the door teleported and broke, and he grabbed the token that was hidden in the fireplace all in one swoop.
And the 1-up.
Oh, did you get one up too?
Well, if you poop an egg before you do napper skip, for some reason, everything in that room teleports to you, including the door. So.
And because he pooped the egg, the door broke.
Yeah, the door broke for you.
Yeah, that's a very strange interaction, but it does save time. It does save a little bit of time. Let's see if Hag gets it here. So wait till it's. Oh, it doesn't get napper skip. That's okay. It's not a huge deal.
Duck
Runs
is a
over.
little cooler than Hag. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
It's okay, Hag.
in terms of coolness, it's a huge deal, but in terms of
I'm not cool.
speed,
My ego's destroyed now.
All right. So this graveyard is definitely one of the hardest parts of Mad Monster Mansion because these eggs can go everywhere. The rippers are there to completely destroy you, and it's just there's a lot that can go wrong in the graveyard, especially if you're low on eggs. I don't think either runner's really low on eggs, especially with this route. You're not really low on eggs at this point, but wasting resources or getting hit unnecessarily is where you're going to lose that time, like I was talking about earlier, that the top runners save and the slower runners don't. So here in Tumbler, we're going to use iframes to both avoid the ghost and to, just barely gets it. And this is really pretty tight. You don't want to waste any time getting around here.
Oh, no.
Oh no, and that's why.
I was trying something cool.
Scuffed.
He was trying cool stuff. Now you're less cool than you were. Hag having a pretty clean graveyard. Duck losing a little bit of time to Tumbler, but not too much.
Yeah, mostly what we're looking at this point in the level is their health management, because if you die, this level is actually one of the longer levels to go back and do. It'll probably cost them about 10 minutes.
There's that.
Into the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is definitely one of the levels you can die in, especially if you're being greedy, like in the church. You can get hit by Teehees, you can get hit by the bone guy, I can't remember his name, but
Limbo.
All right, we're gonna do another Jinjo skip here. Grabs it, gets it, doesn't get the token though. Nice. Okay.
He does have 2 health, but he can do this, so he's going to grab a health from the ghost inside, so he'll be all right.
Yeah, it's going to be okay, but you really 2 health is the bare minimum you want to be going in here with. If you were anywhere lower, you'd be in real danger of dying. And there's still a definite danger of an enemy being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Gets to the church, perfectly fine. And we got some time for a few donations here because this is pretty self-explanatory.
Awesome, sounds good. Well, we have $20 from Asmi.
It's your boy. Is it your boy? Type 1 if it's your boy.
Asmi says, good luck, Hag and Duck. You guys have taught me so much in the past year about this game. And I'm glad to see you get your runs into GDQ. Here's to no picture questions.
No.
Asmi has been such a good help in the community. Like, he joins the community, gets good at the game quickly, and he comes up with all these little time saves that, have helped us out.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I probably wouldn't have the PB I have without Asmi. He throws things at me that just random little 2-second time saves. It's great.
Yeah, Asmi is great at thinking of things that a lot of other runners and people are not really thinking of. He's just got a unique perspective on the game, and is definitely, one of the top runners and one of the top assets in the community.
Time for another?
Yeah.
Great, we have $50 from Lord Fluffy that says, good luck on the run, Duck and Hag. Love lurking in your streams and watching you play some fantastic game. Shout out to the Banjo community and shout outs to Grant Kirkhope for the music of my childhood.
Oh yeah, give it up for Grant Kirkhope, come on. One of my personal heroes as well. I studied music and love gaming. Everybody knows his name, everybody gets hyped when they hear about him. What a guy.
We got time for probably one more.
Sure, we have $25 from Guisi that says, "Hey Duck, I'm here to donate, not to nag. But
Wow.
I'm gonna be real sad if you don't bop Hag."
Yeah, and we can't understate how much is on the line with this. Not anything money-wise, but just the fact that this is the ultimate bragging rights. The ultimate, this rivalry has been on since the beginning of Banjo speedrunning. Oh, nice. That was really nice. It was
really
so nice.
almost terrible. Okay, get me out of this church quickly. Okay.
Yeah, so luckily the teehees were really nice to Duck, and he was able to get out without having to kill it, and that saves him both a gold feather and a lot of extra time just sitting around waiting for him. And we are almost out of Mad Monster. Not quite.
Okay, come on now. Here we go.
Almost
You're
out of Mad
all
Monster.
Right, okay. Get up there. All right.
Hag keeping a good pace behind, though.
no.
Never mind. I'm just going to stop talking because everything I talk about just stops happening. Shh.
Duck in the chat.
Let's hope no memes. Sometimes when you jump off there, you can get this weird damage on the roof and just completely fall off, kills the entire pace of the level. All right, so we can't talk about Mumbo without talking about getting a washing machine or a T-Rex. And he didn't get one. He didn't get one. I didn't curse that. So Mumbo has a, what is the percentage chance on that?
Very little, but it happens a ton.
Yeah.
It's likely it'll happen to one of us.
It's likely that it'll happen around once every couple runs. The percent's really low, but it's really fun.
Yeah, so Mumbo just transforms you into either a washing machine or tells you he's going to transform you into a T-Rex and then doesn't do it. And this is just kind of a meme time loss that there's nothing we can do about. And it like I said, it probably will happen just because we're at GDQ. But it loses about 8 seconds. And the T-Rex is, I think, 1%, and the washing machine's about 5. Going down the toilet here. Just get a quick jiggy. So we're just running around getting a few quick things with the pumpkin. Pumpkin doesn't have any abilities or anything. He just grabs jiggies, gets them, gets out. Hag did not get washing machine. I know that because I'm psychic. And that if he does get it, the token count won't go down, but...
I have an extra token, actually. I can skip one later.
Yeah, because you got one in FP when you took the flight pad.
Yeah.
Pity prize, I guess.
Yeah, the cool thing about the token route, it's actually pretty scary in this run because up until they just transformed, you really can't miss. You can only miss one, and it's really slow back up to get that extra one. But now they can just be pretty liberal with what they want to skip.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Mumbo tokens too much, but you need Mumbo tokens to transform into any of the non-bear animals in the game, or pumpkins. Pumpkin's an animal, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. It's been a while since biology.
Sure.
But, all right, so going in with 2 health here is pretty safe, but you could also do this well with 1 health, and just the way the geometry on these whip cracks are can easily kill you in a weird manner. Duck having a really clean Mad Monster, coming out, no problems. Keeping Hag at bay. Hag is definitely doing all he can to catch up, but Duck is just keeping consistent, keeping the run steady, and is not letting him get that time back from FP early.
Yeah, Duck's on a pretty solid run. Not
Gobies
to make him nervous
is
or anything.
the real level coming up.
All right.
Gobies. Where dreams go to die.
Gobi's Valley. So, are you guys going to be doing Gobi Clip?
We're doing everything.
You're doing everything. All right. So, Gobi Clip is a trick where they're going to try to clip into the back of Gobi, and they're going to try to clip in the back of Gobi, and you you take damage every time you miss it, and it can really lose you time. And
Oh no!
something happened. No,
Console
console just
reset?
reset. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. We're joking.
We're joking.
They actually were like, what?
Debated.
The staff, all the staff just jumped.
Part of the
Shout out
run.
to the GDQ
Part of the
staff.
speed run.
Yeah. Oh,
something did happen?
Oh, it's in black and white. We're in the 20s.
I'd reset
Oh,
the
wow.
console.
Oh no, the staff are actually jumping.
Broke it. You broke it.
I just barely touched it.
You broke the stream, Doc.
This is
You
a-
broke it.
It's the brand new N64, by the way.
Resetting the console is part of the speed run. All I did was hit reset.
We also have time to run off donations. These guys
Yeah.
are just
Yeah, you guys could hopefully.
All right, yeah, sure. We have $30 from Who Dis. That's it. Who Dis? Good luck to the runners, especially in Gobi's Valley.
Wait for it.
Love being a part
Not
of
yet.
this community
Countdown.
with all my
Wait.
friends.
I'll do it. 5,
I'm confused.
4, 3.
Just pause.
Okay, we gotta pause, guys.
Because I'm going to reset soon, too.
Was that?
All right,
Yeah.
well, we're gonna get the color back on the screen and then get back to that exciting race. But how are you doing out there in the audience, folks? Yeah, this race has been intense and awesome so far. Major shout outs to everybody who donated. We hit that 1 million mark, which is a record for GDQ, and that is extremely hype. So can we get a hype from the audience? Ah, yeah. That being said, we do have some exciting things to donate for. The Super Mario Galaxy 2, the perfect run, still has not been yet. That's about $9,000 away. So keep those donations coming in so we can meet that. Because that run is coming up in like just over an hour and a half. So keep those donations. We also have a $200 donation from Adam O that says, I love Banjo-Kazooie with Covert as announcer. Sign me up. Fwa ha ha. Thanks, Adam, for your donation. I'm also going to take a moment to remind us that we're here raising money for Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders, MSF, is an international independent medical humanitarian organization that delivered emergency aid to people affected by armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, natural disasters, and exclusion from healthcare in over 70 countries in 2018. On any given day, thousands of individuals representing dozens of nationalities can be found providing assistance to people caught in crises all around the world. They are doctors, nurses, logistics experts, administrators, epidemiologists, laboratory technicians, mental health professionals, and others who work together in accordance with MSF's guiding principles of humanitarian action and medical ethics. Organization received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1999. Thank you so much, Doctors Without Borders, for all you do, and we are proud to support you. All right, well, I am getting confirmation that our runners are ready to continue the race, so take it back, Duck and Hagginator.
All right.
Someone countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, now Hag has to reset, so the same thing might happen again. If you haven't got your popcorn yet, you may have another opportunity. Here it comes. And are we in the future?
Yes, we are.
We have power, everybody.
My N64s have been crashing all week. That's not even a joke. I'm cursed.
Yeah, Dick's been ruining some N64s.
Duck.
Oh my God.
Quack.
That's 2. I think that's 2. I think I said it twice though, so I got 3.
You should donate every time you accidentally say dick.
All right, so Duck is entering Gobi's Valley using feathers. You might be like, well, why doesn't he just damage boost through? But he really needs to be careful with his health. Gobi Clip is very finicky, but we also have a new, more consistent way to do it. It's called the Hagginator Clip, and he told me to say that. He paid me to call it that. But Hagginator found a better way of doing it than maybe the last time you saw it if you watched GDQ, where you're able to actually do it in Talon Trot. Duck having a little trouble in the sand, but nice. First try. And yeah, so
Way.
So every time you miss that, you're going to lose a health. So if you miss it more than twice, you're in trouble.
Okay, yeah, come on. Can you just aim the... Okay, good.
Put it in its mouth.
Yeah, thank you for that very precise trick and then missing the casual stuff.
Yeah, all right.
It's all right. Both runners still looking pretty clean coming out of our commercial breaks.
All All right, so coming up here, Hag's gonna be doing Gobi Clip. Let's see if he lives up to the trick's name. So while Hag is getting over to Gobi Clip, Gobi is a very dangerous level. If you haven't already noticed, every time you hit the sand eels will bite you. Or is it because the sand's hot, or because the sand eels attack you? You gotta know, this is the lore.
Someone
this is the
else,
lore you've
someone
got
else.
to.
I just found a new hole in my shoe, and I'm really sad. So that's what I was paying attention to.
Okay. Hag gets the first try as well.
It's pretty rare that both runners get the first try.
That's cool.
Duck gets good RNG here, and he doesn't go for it.
No, screw that. My most famous clip will tell you why I'm not going for that.
Yeah, you
Attack you.
You can actually die in the cutscene if you go get this ring that he could have gotten, saved a little bit of time. But so with Gopis, what they're going to be wanting to do is go around the level, going into the rings and getting all the. This is just a lot of going around the level and getting everything. But the rings specifically are tricky because every time you enter and exit a load zone, the first ring will spawn where it was. It still counts how many rings you have already gotten, but this allows you to actually get the ring right at the beginning or that beginning area every single time. And another thing with it is, as long as you don't look at the ring, like if you watch Hag here real quick, as long as you're not looking at the ring will not start coming up, so you can get it without flying. You're supposed to intentionally get it while flying, but we're speed running, so we're cheating. There we go. Hag gets it. Doing the puzzle here.
Hey, we definitely have time to check up a donation. These guys are just doing a memory match puzzle.
Awesome. Well, we have $20 from Hyper Resonance.
Oh.
Hey!
They say, hey, Hag and Duck, it's your main rapper man, Hyper. Having a great time watching you guys give a good showing for a BK race. Good luck on the race, and I want to see some task strats.
Task strats. I had a frame perfect midair. That's the one.
True.
Time for another?
Yeah.
Well, we have $64 from Electric Fortune.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey, Duck and Hag, good luck on the race. I wish I could have been there to cheer you guys on in person. Shout outs to the Banjo-Kazooie speedrunning community for being super welcoming. You guys are the best.
Oh, no.
Here's hoping for no washing machines, picture questions, or the dreaded soft walk. Thanks to KingKC as well for the great work.
Let's hope. Jinxed it a little bit, but all right.
One more?
One more.
All right.
more.
Well, we have $50 from Bubba Dubba that says, my roommate and I have left GDQ on our TV nonstop all week, and we've been looking forward to this Banjo-Kazooie run more than any other. Good luck to both runners, but our money is on Duck.
Wow. Oh. Okay, dude.
So we're going to have a bid war between who thinks who's going to win. So if you haven't donated yet, maybe that's a good thing to put in. Hag getting a 68, just 1 second slower than Duck. That's okay. Nothing to do with anything, just 1 second. All right, so we're going through a lot of different motions here, and it may seem like we're gliding over a lot of stuff, but there's just a lot of stuff to do in this game. And that's where this game really shines. It's a very movement-intensive game that has clips and tricks and stuff, but it's all about the movement, and it still seems to be about the same amount apart. I mean, they're both running excellent runs after what happened in FP.
And here we go, coming up on the hardest part of the level.
Are you doing it, Dick?
I'm going to do it.
All right,
He's doing it.
Duck's going for water pyramid clip. Let's see if he gets it.
All right, so first coming up, the first part is probably the hardest part. You got to hit this rock at a really weird spot on the left that nobody really knows to stay in flight so we can fly over to the...
That looks good.
Not sure.
Yeah, looks
All
great.
right, we flying.
So he needs to stay in flight, grabs a jiggy, no jiggy jig. He's going to beak bomb over and set up the trick right here.
Uh-oh,
Nice.
he crushes it.
Nice, he gets
Probably the one thing he's been nervous about 4 months, and he crushes it.
Probably less than 50% chance I was going to get that.
He failed that just like 2 hours ago in the practice room.
I was like, okay, I got to practice water pyramid clip. Sit down. This is 20 minutes before we had to come here. Fail it about 5 times. All right, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so that's obviously not the intended way. Normally, you're supposed to get the speed shoes, hit a switch, and then run all the way to the top. That just saves us a little bit of time. We still have to get some other notes in other places, but
Depending on what Hagginator does here, we might get to see that.
yeah, we have to see 2 routes. Duck getting the final ring here. Oh, not the final ring. Never mind. I failed math and biology.
Okay.
Got 1 more ring after this. All right, Hag's going for water pyramid clip. Here it comes. And it is.
Wow. We're having really good gobies right now, actually.
Punch for punch. I mean, they're both keeping up.
All right.
Yeah. So
First
obviously,
try goby clip, first try water pyramid clip on both ends.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Rude.
so we can have plenty of downtime so you can just listen to this beautiful, beautiful sound effects that this game has provided to us. All right, so something we didn't talk about is quick dives. So what Duck just did there was he slid into the water and exited at Talon Trot. So the animation hit the water when he was, the animation for getting out of Talon Trot hit the water. And what that does is it allows him to sink faster because Banjo doesn't sense that he's in the water until after that animation is over. So it allows us to do some really interesting dives and really quick ways of getting underwater without having to swim all the way down.
All right, scuffed ring coming up.
So this is part of the reason why I miscounted this, because I don't do this ring. But, There we go. So yeah,
My gold split.
the gold is ruined.
Rip.
All right, so the end of Gobies is gonna come up here real fast. We're gonna whack Gobi here, give our tree water since his roots are obviously not working, even though he's surrounded in water. He needs a camel to feed him. Is a tree an animal?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Kind of.
I don't think so.
It has eyes.
He has eyes.
Yeah, that's right.
And he
Okay.
breathes.
Oh, well,
in the mouth.
that tree is probably an animal, yeah.
All right, so Duck's gonna take the speed shoes, go all the way over here. All the rings that we got earlier led to a Jiggy that comes up here. But we want to be in speed shoes, so we get no animation. And then we go visit Grabba. And he gets it. There we go. So that is obviously not the intended way to do that. You're supposed to use speed shoes to steal the Jiggy from Grabba, but with a very precise beak bomb, you can steal the Jiggy that way.
Time for a donation.
Time for a donation.
Yeah, time for a
Great.
donation.
We have $30 from We Came Here on Dragons.
Oh,
Hey.
dragon.
Hey, SGDQ, I'm having some trouble with my crossword puzzle.
Okay.
Here we go.
I need a 4-letter
it's my
word
turn.
for a type of bird that will never beat Hag.
Got him.
Dragon showing his true colors.
How about another one to balance the scales a bit?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, sure. We have $30 from Erie that says, longtime worker of you, Duck, rooting for you. Keep up the hype.
Hype. All right, so excellent gobies from both of them. Like, really overly good gobies. No, normally gobies can go
Oh
really
no,
bad.
you jinxed it.
Never mind.
Man, video.
Again.
You knew my powers when you put me on the couch. Like I can't even talk about my own run when I'm running because I just jinx it and die immediately. So. All right, so now that 450 note door we skipped, we have enough notes to open it now. So we're going to be going back up the layer and to Rusty Bucket Bay. And Rusty Bucket Bay is another level that's really has some dangerous parts, but as top runners, they should have no problem with it. So I'm not jinxing it. But engine room is the first thing that's going to come up here pretty quick. So they're going to have to do some weird, kind of dangerous movement.
Okay.
It's
just
that's not the dangerous movement.
Okay, get on. Okay.
Or is it?
Or is it? I just immediately just die.
Yeah. Just fall off the pole, die. Hag exiting Gobies. Still about the same. I think Duck is slightly ahead, or slightly gaining a little bit of time, but still, a death in engine room would even this up.
Would it?
I think it would. I think it would.
Scripted.
Scripted. No, but we're going to be using iframes to go through some blades in here, and if they do it wrong, they can get popped off the side and lose the entire first, minute or two of the level. So this is definitely a part where if you do it right and you think about it and you're okay with it, it'll be fine. But as a new runner, it is one of the more daunting areas in the game. Here we go. We have time for maybe 1 or 2 more donations before he gets there.
Yeah, sure. We have $25 from PVigil21 that's been hyped for a long time for my friends Duck and Hag to run our favorite bear and bird in GDQ for years. Good luck, guys. I will donate again if the runners give their best banjo. Guh-huh? Guh-huh? Guh-huh?
Guh-huh?
Scuffed.
That's right.
It's okay. Twitch chat is helping you guys out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Twitch chat. All right, here it comes. This is engine room. This is another room that involves a lot of cycles.
All the marbles.
Yeah, here we go. All right, so that's the easy part.
I'm falling straight to the booth.
He's done.
Did he do the Voida?
Okay.
Does he do the Voida?
No,
he's done.
Didn't work.
He's dead.
I'm behind.
And Hag takes the lead. What a weird place. What a suspiciously strange place.
No, I thought I
know
would get
that's
the Voida.
No, that was ridiculous. No.
The rotating platform said, not today.
Yeah, that was a really unusual death in engine room. It looked like Duck was going to make it, but the platform didn't let him walk, and he just kind of slowed off the corner.
Hey,
Did you choke?
Just like
Did you
that.
choke?
All the pressure going on Hag here.
Yeah, all right. Now Hag can do the same
Now
thing.
if I choke,
Yeah, you're
I'll
not
feel really
gonna
bad.
choke, eh?
Pretty much proven all run that he will crumble under pressure.
True.
Thanks for the support, Casey.
I missed in the first cycle.
Pray, chat. All right.
Whoa!
Hag made past the first part.
All right, so how the camera works here is the camera will pop up to where Banjo was looking before.
There we go.
Iframes through the
That's
wall.
one.
Through there. That's one.
There goes Duck going through it, a funky
That
angle.
was- ooh.
Double tap and he's in.
That was dangerous.
I got a new best note score.
Nice.
sir.
Okay,
All right,
they're
cool.
both out.
Clap.
So now we're gonna do a really. Yeah, you just walk through that wall there. By the way.
Forehead.
That wall.
Forehead.
Just walk through the wall for it. There we go. So yeah, that window has some really strange geometry where you can just kind of push up against it and you're out. And it's very convenient because there's really no other reason to come to the back of this boat or way to get to the back of this boat and get these notes without escaping through that window.
Yeah, so pretty much throughout the rest of this level, what we're looking for is just a whole bunch of health management, some pretty hard platforming, and y'all.
There's more quick dives.
What about it?
What about it?
As Grunty is telling us, Banjo loses twice as much air, and you still lose air on top of the water in Rusty Bucket Bay due to the oil. And so in the speed run, there's not really a spot where you can die of air, but you do have to be careful if you don't do everything optimally. But yeah, just like that, the run has changed, or the race has changed. Hag has taken the lead. It's not a very significant lead. It's still, Duck is pretty close behind, but that's what we're saying. Anything can happen. I didn't even hear what they said. Scripted.
It's not scripted.
It really is.
Or is it?
Or is it?
We'll never know.
Okay, you know what to do. Okay, no.
All right, coming into a pretty tough room, we're gonna skip the boombox cutscene. Normally what happens is you jump in and he plays a little boss cutscene, then you have to break him a million times for him to give you the jiggy, but we're just gonna shoot some eggs at him and grab the jiggy.
Yeah, there's also a frame perfect skip here. Let's see if any of them get that.
Oh.
No, he doesn't even get the jiggy. He's gonna have to gold feather through and grab it. This gives a chance for Duck to catch up.
Let's see.
No.
No. That's
Duck
okay.
notably taking an extra hit right here.
Yeah, luckily he didn't get pushed back. Sometimes if you're in the wrong spot of boss boombox, you can get pushed into the back of the room, but that didn't happen here. Another thing, this is another level kind of like Mad Monster Mansion where health management is critical. If you play games with this level, it will find ways to kill you. So, and all the Champas will do 2 damage. So you just got to be extra careful and get extra health whenever you can. Hag going into the hardest room in the game, and he's out. All right, let's see if Duck can do it. Duck's in the hardest room in the game. And he's out. Shout outs to, was it Asmi who died in that room?
I don't know.
I think it was Asmi.
I think Asmi
Yeah.
actually
Sounds pretty
died.
funny.
I think Asmi actually died in that room once. As I said earlier, finding all new ways to play Banjo-Kazooie speedrunning.
I mean, Wile E. Coyote is in the back of that box with about 20 TNT crates.
Yeah.
So if you just travel a little farther, you can blow.
So, again, this is another part where we're talking about these Champas, by the way, these things that come out of the wall here. Going real close to getting munched on there. All right, so we got some little bit of platforming here. We got time for like 1 donation before lifeboat skip.
Yeah, sounds good. We have $30 from J MacBear25 that says, love both these runners. Banjo-Kazooie speedruns are the absolute best. I'll put my money on Duck, though. Trombone players stick together.
All right, so Hag's gonna do something called lifeboat jump here, and this is just a kind of a really scuffed jump that's, Duck missing a note.
It's really risky.
He'll lose a lot of time if he misses, and he gets it.
He gets it.
That's actually,
And because it only takes a couple of seconds, so a lot of times, we just won't even go for it.
yeah, I don't go for it at all. I'm
They never
afraid.
get
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, easy. All right, Hag exiting the kitchen, Duck entering it, and just a lot of little rooms in this level.
Cook Duck down to 2 health.
Yeah, Duck will have plenty of time to get health in this room. Hag not using the gold feather strat, but that's okay. All right, Duck is gonna be extra careful here. There we go. Yeah, because if you mess up, if you peck and you miss the Champa, which can happen, you're gonna be dead there. That's 2 health down the drain. All right, so climbing up here, probably got time for another donation.
All right, well, we have a follow-up $10 from PVigil21 that says, as promised, here's my second donation. Also keeping the dono train going, betting on Duck to take the gold.
Wow, there's a lot of money. There's a lot of. Do we have a Hag donation?
That's just gonna fuel him.
There's going to be a lot of disappointed people, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Someone move this couch back.
PVigil also went on to say, but don't worry, Hag. As they say, it's a wonderful kind of day. Hey. Do we have time for one more?
One more, yeah.
Okay, well, we have $25 from Jim Avery that says, Kazooie needs some love too. I'll donate another $25 if both runners make a Kazooie sound of their choice.
So the room Duck is in, we kind of glossed over with Hag, but the room Duck is in, you want to be extra careful because for some reason, if you get hit by those grublins in the wrong way, it will hard lock the game. The game will just crash. We don't know why, but it just crashes the whole game. So when you go in that room, it's very tempting to just kind of go in the room, get the notes, get out, and do it as quickly as possible, even if you get hit. But that can kill the run, and it's happened to pretty much almost everybody as far as I know. It's not like a 1 in 1,000 thing that goes on. All right, so setting up for a death warp here. We've got a few more notes left, 2 more jiggies. We gotta free this dolphin. It's Nylume.
Nylume.
This is Nylume, the dolphin. All right, so that's 100 notes. So they're safe, even if they have some unfortunate accident here. They're safe to the point where they'll only have to go collect the Jinjos. Obviously, it's a huge time loss, but once you get that 100th note, you can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that you're not in danger of having to redo the entire level again.
This race is really close right now.
Yeah, we can't stress that enough, that with Banjo-Kazooie, there's so many ways to lose a ton of time that the race being this close in RBB is, all we could have hoped for. One major mistake from each runner, and it's pretty much even. So right here, we're gonna get the Jiggy on the ground, and then Hag's gonna jump, grab the Jiggy, and if you notice, he didn't do a Jiggy jig, and the reason that is because the game thinks you're still in the water as long as you touch the Jiggy before you touch the ground, and so...
Ooh, Duck playing with Snacker a little bit.
Duck gets it too.
Snacker don't play games.
And they're gonna death warp out of here. This room can be a little bit, the float stams here can sometimes be weird where you peck and they just don't get hit. So. Hag having a lot of health, but marathon safe. There we go. So we're gonna grab this last honeycomb here, ground pound, and they're out. Hag kills the unsuspecting grublin from above.
Rip.
Hag is out.
Yeah, we're within 15 seconds here.
Yeah,
That's
this is still real close.
coming up on Click Clock.
Leaf jump?
Yeah, don't fail leaf jump.
Yeah,
I
all
actually
right.
do fail leaf jump.
Click Clock Wood. So this level is notorious for being the longest level in the game, and you having to do it almost 4 separate times for each season. And during that time, if you die to anything, whether it be birds, whether it be falling off the tree, whether it be some other weird way to die, there's 101 ways to die, and all of them are dangerous to the speedrunners. It's not just a level that you can just kind of cruise through and get up on skill. It's a very tough level. Starting here with leaf jump. I get leaf jump.
One.
That's actually a kind of a pain of a trick to do. We'll see if Duck gets it. And
Nice.
no problems there. That can be a real pain because that's a pretty big time loss to have to do multiple backflips to get up there. And
it's also mostly random, so you can just not get it for 6 times in a row.
yeah, it's like the first backflip.
It's pretty crazy that they both got it, actually. That
Yeah.
and first strike Obi Clip.
So we got to backtrack a little bit here. Click Clock Woods, the Jiggy opening thing is really far back into the world. Jiggy opening thing, new coin term, by the way. But they're going to open Click Clock and then take that ding pop back. We opened this way back in Clankers as a way to get back here really quick. Otherwise, it would take forever to go through the layer.
And while we're running through the layer, we definitely have some time to rip off some donos.
Awesome. Well, we have $20 from Pheromos that says, everyone is being mean to Hagginator. But I'm here to be his current biggest
He's winning.
fan. Go, Hagginator. Be ready to treat yourself to some dinner with roast duck and mango salsa.
Thank you.
Save the ducks.
Save the ducks.
Duck is getting a little toasty over here.
He's sweating.
Time for another?
Yeah, let's do another.
All right, well, maybe Twitch chat and the audience can help me with this one. So $25 from Optimistic Gamer. Can you give me some Kazooie jump noises in chat in the audience? Woo! Woo, woo, woo! Perfect. So hyped to see a BK race. This game was a huge part of my childhood and is a comfort game as an adult. Much love to the community that keeps this game going. Whoa-hey!
All right, so we got some weird stuff we're going to be doing because Click Clock Wood is the level where the route starts changing from pretty, normal and casual, like direction and whatever. Like we're just kind of playing through the game in the way it was intended to be played for more or less. But in Click Clock Wood, we're going to be abusing clipping out bees and also doing a potentially disastrous soft lock strategy. I shouldn't have called it potentially disastrous, should I?
No.
Now I'm scared.
Ooh,
Hag almost missing that. So basically what it comes down to is we're not going to be getting everything in spring because we're going to be coming back to spring at the very end of the level to transform into the bee. And we'll come back to that later, but we're going to use the bee to essentially escape into the lair and get a lot of the jiggies that we missed out on earlier.
Yeah, and here in Click Clock Wood, this is where everything goes down. This is where the boys separate from the ducks, so.
Whoa. All right, okay, I see how it is.
So yeah, all these jumps, all these enemies are just in the perfect spot to kill a run, and it's always, right at the, 1 hour and 20-minute mark that we're getting to this stuff.
Yeah, and pretty much any mistake is going to cost you about 40 seconds pretty consistently, and they both know it, and they both know that this is really the last spot in the run where things can go horribly wrong. So this is good. This is exciting.
So one reason you have to go through all the seasons is to unlock, or to get Eerie grown up. Eerie starts as just a little, big egg.
Mama.
And it starts as a big egg, and you have to go feed him worms until he gives you a Jiggy later in winter. So it's a really cool level in that you're, progressing the level through each season and then seeing how it progresses. Oh man, Duck missing a note.
All right, Hag going through soft lock 1 here.
So if you notice, Hag broke the honey hive, and that's going to be later for soft lock.
Hey!
Also,
Extreme speed for the first time. All right, here goes Duck Foreign.
Nice.
And he also gets it first try.
there we go.
Crazy.
A lot of clipping out in this level. We've not seen the end of it. So we're back. We're in summer. Everything's nice. And Eerie has grown up a little bit, but he's hungry. So we're going to have to go around the level and get as many worms as we can. And so the worms kind of dictate the route on this level. Also, the birds have gotten bigger. So while we could have jumped around them in spring, we're opting not to in
We're jumping around them.
summer. Are you jumping around?
I'm scared. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we
Duck
go.
jumps around.
Duck is jumping around and saving some time. Hag beating the hardest boss in the game by using gold feathers.
Yeah, we're in the same room here.
Yeah, this is really close. Nice, and both of them are looking pretty good on gold feathers. No real issues with that. We're gonna hurt poor Gobi a few more times in this run. But while we're doing that, probably have some time for donations.
Great. Well, we have $25 from Brady Vickers that says, first time donate and money is on Duck.
Hey, let's go. Put it back this way.
But good luck to both runners, except Hag.
I think the commentator might be a little
Capital
high.
D colon.
Choosing all these Duck donations.
Well, to balance the scales, we have $30
I don't
from
wanna hear it.
Crazy Calzone, who says, here's to the race being decided by the changing seasons in Click Clockwood. I put my money on Hags.
Hey,
There we
there
go.
it is.
My boy.
His name has calzone in it. He knows.
Yeah. I trust somebody. right, so another part of the, unlocking things for later seasons is we got to break that rock to get the beaver to go up into his house. But actually, we don't need to because we're not even going to use that entrance. We're going to use a special homemade speedrunner entrance later on. Coming up here, this bird is one of the strangest birds in this game. He just sometimes just does not die, so we just try not to kill him. Roll in there real quick. It seems like that's a dangerous trick, but it actually can be sometimes more dangerous to try and peck him.
All right, coming up on Summer Jump.
All right, so we got to do this. Oh,
Makes it to the back. There it is.
nice. The jump is not super hard, but it is, when you're trying to go fast, everything can be, a little scuffed. So you got to. Oh, that was a little close. They're right neck and neck. I mean, this we couldn't have asked for a closer race.
Yeah, especially knowing that with both runners pretty much just waiting for the other one to fall out of the tree so they can be comfortable. Everything that's difficult is magnified by like 20.
Bro.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
Attack of the duck.
So yeah, those Robin Hoods the Robin Hoods are always in the worst places possible. If it had been any closer to the edge, Duck would have been stun locked and just fallen and died. So that's how close, it seems like everything's fine, but it's always really, really close to, disaster in this level. We're exiting summer, so we got time for a few donations here.
All right, great. Well, we have $20 from Kizzy46 that says, been excited for this race all week. One of my longtime favorites. My money is on Hag. Roast that duck.
Ooh.
What hey. Time for one more?
Yep.
We have $50 from Gruntilda, the 160 that says, these dear runners have a ways to go, but the two of them are the stars of the show. Both play beautifully with no lag, but all of my money is on Hag.
And speaking of lag, this is the level to be talking about it because there is definitely lag in this level. Every time you look at either the flower that you've been growing, it just tanks the frames. So there's going to be a lot of lag optimization here and where they're looking. Actually, it may seem like their camera's just weird, but it's intentional. Quick trip to Mumbo. We'll be visiting him back in spring later, but he's just cleaning up for us. Shout outs to the Banjo community for best noises.
Oh, you guys are the best.
All right, so we're gonna go visit the beaver once here. I forgot about this. We're actually go here in fall.
Boo.
Yeah, Hag is opting out of skipping the jiggy jig later on.
I better do it to catch up.
You gonna do it?
No.
So you can actually, since we're going to be here in winter, later on in flight, it's actually faster to get this jiggy, but if you don't do it right, you're in big trouble. So it's most people don't do it. I think Stiv does it, but
Both runners proving to be weenies on the big stage.
Confirm.
We did a lot of things.
yeah, I wouldn't call them weenies for doing water pyramid clip and goby clip first try. And I mean, they've done a ton of really, tricks that I wouldn't do in a marathon.
Type 1 if they're weenies.
So you may have noticed that Hag is mysteriously not gone to Gobies to Gobi to water the flower one more time, and that's intentional because we're going to be watering it in spring actually using eggs, and that is going to cause the camera to lock into place, and then they're going to have to escape into Mumbos to reset the camera. So it saves time in the long run, but it's a weird sequence break that we do that You'll see more of it when we get back to spring. Robin Hood real close there on Duck's end.
Dragonfly time.
Yeah, so
Call it the Haggin-fly.
Haggin-fly.
It always hits me down.
Yeah, so there's a dragonfly here that can be completely in the way with absolutely no opportunity to kill him.
He's good.
He's fine, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if that dragonfly is right over that gap, it can be high enough to where you can't peck it, but low enough to where it will hit you, and there's not a lot you can do about it. Looks fine for Duck.
Here comes Duck. Ooh.
Yeah, no, he's fine. I'm gonna go around and get some acorns here. Conquer the squirrel, that's his name, right? Nabnut the squirrel. Nabnut the squirrel has lost all of his food for the winter, and it's only like 10 feet away from his house, but we're gonna go get it from him anyway. Except for the fact that it has a very small hitbox.
Wow!
Yeah, these acorns have notoriously small hitboxes, so that do not match their sprite or a thing. So, yeah, and one of the acorns is in his house. He's, oh my gosh, Duck going deep for that.
Good thing you said the right name there.
I did.
I just got it. Hey, boy.
Oh, that was a little close.
Okay.
So we're not killing these birds to save time, but I mean, one wrong peck and you're done. 40 seconds down the drain at least, if you don't die.
This would be a good time for donations, too.
Yeah, we're gonna be feeding area here.
All right, great. Well, we have $10 from Faxius that says, cheering for Duck. I hope you enjoy some Haggis for dinner tonight.
Wait, that's bad though, isn't it?
You hook?
We got time for a few more.
Yeah, sure. We have $50 from Peach Love that says, been loving this race, but you're all wrong. Hag is definitely gonna win. Heart.
Oh.
Heart.
We have $100 from Cyblaze that says, roo, 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 roo. Well, hey, gahup. Gahup.
Nicely done, man.
Yeah, that was applause for the announcer on that one.
All right, we're going into winter now. Winter is definitely probably the hardest season, and it's the season that both of the runners have been dying to in practice all week.
Just don't die.
Yeah, so with winter, the main thing with winter is there's a lot of flying, and it's a lot of really like short flying segments that end up being pretty dangerous. Let's see how Hag handles this first section here. He's gonna try to get all the way up to the tree to get a jiggy that you could have gotten in any season, but this is the fastest time to do it since we have to go up there for notes anyway. We're gonna get on this notoriously hard to climb shed. If you don't land on that exactly right, you just slide down, and it's really a pain to get back up on top of. Ooh, ooh. Also, on top of the fact that you're trying to do a lot of hard flying sections, there are snowmen everywhere throwing snowballs that have, you know, ridiculous aim that will just snipe you out of nowhere. All right, so now Hag's going up to this jiggy. Didn't do a peck strat, which is a little bit more dangerous, but saves a bit of time, but that's fine. And then Duck's gonna be coming up here in a second. And Duck goes for the peck strat. Duck goes for the peck strat. So your momentum is really strange when you get out of beak bombing. So if you time it just right, you can peck up to that door and be right at the door. Duck is definitely trying to do a little bit more risky stuff to close the gap, because we are definitely, you know, running out of time in this run.
Yeah, he knows he's running out of time soon, but he's still really close.
Yeah, and if either of them miss Winter Clip or anything else in Winter, that's immediate change. There's no way that the other runner doesn't take the lead at that point.
Poop.
All right, so Hag beak bombing up to this one. We're gonna do something called the duck dive. Hag gets the duck dive. So basically what he did there is he used gold feathers to fall onto the window. And this was patented by Duck. Let's see if he can get it. And he gets it too. Wow, that's impressive.
Nice.
That is not like common to hit actually. So they're definitely firing on all cylinders. Here is the worst Robin Hood in the game. Out of here though. Let's see how Ducks is. So if you notice, all right, so here's Winter Clip 1. Oh my gosh, almost landed on the bed. That was a really scuffed Winter Clip. And
All right.
and he gets it, he's out. All right, it's up to Duck now. Duck with a much safer
Well, I have a
approach.
lot of health now. You might catch up a bit.
Don't think about that right now.
You need to be doing Winter Clip.
Hey,
There you go. So yeah, and we're not done clipping out of this level. If you thought we were done, we're not, because there's another clip that we're gonna be doing to finally get out of this level with the bee, and then a whole bunch of clipping after that. So we're back in spring again, and we're gonna be going and finally transforming into the final transformation, not the final transformation, but the final transformation in the casual playthrough of the game, which is the bee. And the bee has no powers other than being a very strange hitbox and being able to fly everywhere, so we're going to abuse that. Here's Softlock, we're gonna ask for quiet here.
I can't find the spot with the eggs.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, that's good.
Nice.
Hey, and Hag gets in.
Go up, come up, go. Come.
Duck's a little lost, but he's feeling his way back in.
Come.
And he saved it. Oh my God. Sorry, we couldn't comment what was going on, but we had to be extra quiet so Duck could hear. But we were literally in the practice room 10 minutes before this run, learning the backup to that. So, all right, it's time for RBA. So that was soft lock. We can go over that later. But for right now, we're going RBA. So we're going to be using this B to clip out of the click clock wood element, or maybe.
Maybe.
There we go.
Okay.
So normally, if you try to exit any part of the click clock wood layer area, you're going to lose the B transformation. But now that we're out, we can go everywhere. And we're going to be picking up a whole bunch of jiggies and visiting a level that we kind of just forgot about, or we didn't forget about, but it's Bubble Gloop Swamp. And that's the final full level of the game.
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
Yeah, looking like a little bit of a hike for Duck here, but he's still in it.
Hag having a really good RBA portion here. So basically, there's a lot of jiggies that we were able to route into this B because of his weird geometry. And that prevents us from having to hit buttons. It has us nice. Really nice, really clean from Hag right now.
through. Hag is cruising right
Yeah,
now.
this is a really good RBA.
Whoa!
So yeah, there's a lot of situations. These guys are making the B look easy to control. It is not. It is very temperamental, and not to mention the fact that you're trying to be in areas
B.
where you're not supposed to be, and and just like that, Hag is into Bubble Zone with an excellent RBA section. And so now,
Duck picking up some eggs here.
yeah.
He had just enough eggs to get through soft lock, and he was actually really good getting those egg shots because he was about to miss it and have to do some real scuff stuff. Crowd believing in Duck.
Time for a donation.
Time for a donation.
Well, we have $30 from Swedish
Washing
Ninja
machine.
Fish again. Swedish Ninja Fish here again.
T-Rex?
I find it such a drag that everyone's voting for Hag to win this speed run. That's so much fun. But let me tell you about someone lucky, my favorite rubber ducky. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, Swedish Ninja Fish. All right, Duck is in. So while what you noticed there was that you can actually use the Mumbo in this level to transform back into Banjo, because as it stands, even if you die, you don't turn back into the original Banjo. So what you have to do is you have to fly over to Mumbo, transform back, and then kill yourself to restart the level and then do Bubble Glue Pump normally.
That's fine.
So, and luckily there's a little bit of fire here that we can die on that makes it pretty fast. So like I said earlier, this is the final level of the game. So this is a pretty long level though, and there's a lot of movement in which Duck can catch up. And Duck is not very far behind. I mean, he had he definitely lost some significant time to soft lock, but okay, just making sure he got that. But even with a lot of one little mistake and Duck could be back on his tail.
Time for a donation?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, from Bottle 79, we have $500.
Hey.
Bottle 79 says, everyone keeps roasting each other. Why can't we just get along?
That's boring.
This is the Banjo community. We don't get along.
Oh, man. Okay.
True.
No, but for real, we've got a great community, and like I was saying earlier, there's so many different levels of speedrunners and people who take the game, more or less seriously, and it's a great game to get into if you're wanting a, super high level movement-based kind of speedrun. Hack making quick work of those flibbits and getting the jiggy and.
Time for another donation?
Yes, please.
Oh, great. Well, we have another $30 from Gruntilda172 that says, stop, you still burdened bear. What are you doing to my lair? Clipping through walls to earn a quick buck? I'm the only Hag. This money's for Duck.
We've got time for one more, probably.
Yeah, sure. We have $20 from Lumbor Zach that says, it's always a joy when GDQ comes back around. Though my donation is small, every bit counts.
Hag, just missing that note there. So this level there's not a whole lot of big tricks in this level. One of the tricks is mud huts here. So if you notice, Duck is not breaking all the mud huts. They're actually using some of them to jump up to other ones. And so that one he just broke there is, you can do it, but it's really hard to do. So we're just being safe there and grabbing it normally. And the routing on this level is all based on these crocs. You got to go around. There you go.
And oop.
for a quick donation?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we have $20 from StockStream that says, I come from the future. Congrats on Hag winning the race.
Hey. Casey, you want to talk about turtles and what's going on with that coming up?
Ooh, my sound glitch.
We're going into the turtles. So pretty much what happens is we're going to do this weird glitch where we bounce off the turtle, and I really don't know how it works, but so while he's talking, you jump off him, and he pretty much skips the first sequence, so you can just start running and pounding them as you may.
Yeah.
And coming up here, it's also going to get pretty scuffed. You do have to remember a 7 pattern, which can be pretty tricky. Both runners do have pens, and I believe Hag is going to write his pattern on his legs, which may be trouble because he has very hairy legs.
Yeah.
Way. So as you see here, he was able to skip the beginning cutscene and run through. Grabs his pen.
And for these turtles, we want them to be as close as possible to each other. So this combination is not looking so good because the more time you have to take to cross the room, the harder it is to, or the more time you're going to lose. So if Duck gets a decent pattern here, he could definitely make up a not insignificant amount of time, actually.
And Hag opting to write on his left hand, it looks like.
Nope.
No? Ooh. Oh, he's got the paper.
He's got the paper strats. This is a really horrific pattern for Hag here.
Yeah, so pretty much what you want is you want them to just be side by side. And pretty much what he got is just 2 spaces away on all of them.
And then it's nice of it, yeah, and these turtles sometimes just, they're pretty lazy, they just don't work. All right, so Hag finishing up. You also want the last one to be yellow so you can go up to the front and grab the Jiggy right away. But in this case, red's pretty close. So one more honeycomb here. That's an easy one to forget, so I've forgotten it. So looks like a duck had a much better pattern so far. At least there's one left though. Yeah, the turtles are scripted, by the way.
And Hag may have like this 45-second lead, but coming up in the next level, we do have something that will probably lose exactly 45 seconds if things go wrong. So, oof. Things are still up in the air.
Yeah. So do we want to talk about Nimpulk skip, or we want to wait a little bit? Do it now?
Nah, we'll get there.
All right. We'll do it before we get to the Vial song. So the end of the game, like we were saying earlier, we eliminated a lot of needless calculators and stuff like that by not having to talk to Brentilda. But in exchange, we get the Nimpulk skip, which is great, except for the fact that it does not work when we get a picture question. And this will make a lot more sense when we get there, but I just wanted to preface it with that, because once they're done transforming into the Croc and becoming and beating Vial, then it's going to be a pretty quick race back to the top of the layer to go beat Grunty. So,
Speaking of Vial, Vial.
Oh, Lord.
our musical runner of the day has a very special song, which you may have heard before. If
I did it 2 years ago.
Did 2 years ago. We're going to be doing it today.
Yeah, I have a donation that's relevant to that. Can I read it really quick?
Go ahead.
Sure, yeah.
All right, McCarthy C29 donates $200 that says, had to donate for my favorite game, Banjo-Kazooie. Cheers to an excellent cause. Duck was the first streamer that got me into Twitch and watching speedruns. $50 more if Duck does the Mr. Vile song.
All right.
There we go.
Hype!
Just so you know, yeah, you got to switch the audio to mine, or else I won't. Yeah. All right, we'll do round 1 Vial song. Sing along if you know it.
Yeah, and if you're in the crowd and you know the Vial song, please sing along.
It's $50.
I hear $70 coming from the crowd. I think we're up in it.
$70?
I hear $100 coming from the crowd. This could get bigger. $1,000 coming from Duck. I don't know where he's coming up with that money.
I know a guy.
So we're gonna hold on and wait for Duck to get the Vial here. Oh my gosh! Get around! What is he doing there? Oh, serious? He's never been there.
Actually
Literally never been
rigged.
I
there.
actually should have just died.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes! And we got it! Awesome machine!
Let's go. What just my whole life flashed before my eyes. And the last thing I saw before I died was that.
This is just the game reminding Duck that it's letting him finish this run.
Jeez.
It's the,
Friendly reminder, if your clothes are dirty and you're at the event, to do your laundry.
Yeah.
all right, here we go.
All right. Me. Here we go, we're racing Mr. Vile. Greedy crocodile doesn't make me smile. On round one, we'll grab all of these items. We don't gotta fight him, he's real slow. That's right, on round one with Mr. Vile. Greedy crocodile doesn't make me smile. Going around to eat up all the yumblies in my tumblies. Hey, let's go. Greedy crocodile, Mr. Flippin' Vile doesn't make me smile. Here we go, we're gonna eat up all the yumblies in my tumblies. We'll skip this part right here. That's right. He's Vile. The crocodile, he's a greedy croc. Sucks rocks and don't make me smile. All right, now that time is running out. Mr. Vile is gonna lose, no doubt, cause I'm the better, faster crocodile, and he's stupid slow, Mr. Vile. Hey! Thank you.
All right, we definitely have to time rip off some donuts.
Oh yeah, donations for the next 3 minutes.
All right, well, great. We have $200 from Smasher32 that says,
Smasher?
best of luck to both of you on the rest of the race. Also, the run only counts if you do Door of Grunts.
Oh.
Called out, got to do it.
Called out.
I don't know about that one.
All right, well, we also have another $200 from Pigeons that says, in Mumbo Jumbo voice, Mumbo wish both runners good luck. Iskam bookam.
Obviously not, since Duck just got washing machine via Mumbo.
Do dog. You won't do dog.
Are you calling me out right now?
You won't do it.
He's calling him out. He's going to do it now.
On GDQ stage, type 1. Everybody in Twitch chat, if you type 1, haggle the dog.
Agreeing to the terms, of course, that if Hag does get it,
That's fine.
Duck will be sleeping on the floor tonight.
Hey, well.
Oh!
I am seeing lots of ones take over Twitch.
There you go.
All right, I'll go for it.
There it is.
Oh! I don't know if I would have gone. I mean, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with dog or Door of Grunty, it is basically a trick that we only do in any percent because it is extremely dangerous and doesn't save a whole lot of time and is very, very hard to do consistently. And it loses a lot of time if they don't get it first try or if they mess it up and clip halfway. What it does is it allows us to get through the final door in the game without opening without the required number of jiggies, and that's why it's used in any percent. And we don't do it in 100 because even though it does save time, it's ludicrously dangerous to do. But Hag has a pretty solid lead right now, so a failed dog skip is not going to be the end of the world. What will be the end of the world, though, is if he gets a picture question. He's got a 20% chance, and we'll let you know if he does.
And if he does, Duck is pretty much going to be completely caught up.
Yeah.
Caught up. Caught up. Some Usher? Yeah, a little Usher. No, yeah.
Okay.
Time for some donos.
Donos.
Yes, please.
All right. Well, we have $25 from Griggs220 that says, "Hi, Duck. Hi, Hag. Good to see you.
Hi.
I'll donate 25 more if I can get my duck to say, 'Hi, I'm Griggs.'"
Hi, I'm Griggs.
Hey, $25.
Got him.
All right, here it is. So before we would have to do a still significant portion of the furnace fund, but now it's down to, 5 spaces that we have to do? And like we said earlier, thanks to Nimpawk for finding this, but like I said, if Hag gets a picture question, which is 20% chance, the run will almost exactly be tied. Like literally almost exactly be tied.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is there's 1 pixel in between the Joker and the Death Square, and he's going to mash and get into Talontra on that 1 pixel, and when he gets the question wrong on that, then he'll just, instead of falling off and dying, he'll just pop up and be able to run across the map. But in the event he gets a picture question, you're not able.
Yeah.
You just...
It won't be the end of the world, but he will have to do a little bit of a slower backup to get to where he needs to get to.
He's nervous.
All right, here we go. This is also not the easiest thing to get into.
Third
there
try,
we go.
looking good.
Okay.
Hey,
Hag does not get a picture question.
Hag is through.
That's the wrong answer. There you go.
There we go. And now we're free. We can just run through the rest of Furnace Fun, and we are on to the Grunty fight.
But first, Door of Grunty.
But first, Hag
Door
has
of
to
Grunty.
complete the Door of Grunty.
I'll do it until I void out once.
Fair.
Twice.
Keep doing it if I get a picture.
You can bargain with Hag.
$70 per attempt.
Ooh.
Oh, that was close.
Sliding through.
Yeah, okay.
Like butter, but he can't get the jump.
Yeah, you've got to jump basically on the same frame as you flip through. So there's a decent way to time it. Like it's not impossible, but it's, for people who don't really run any percent, it's not a trick you want to be doing.
Duck to the
in a
Death
run.
Square.
Duck having some trouble getting into
Looking to find the frame.
Talent Trot here.
Hey, there it is.
Oh, actually rigged.
Rigged.
Actually rigged.
Because I was going to win for sure.
Hag, go back and do dog again.
Go back.
Close the door. All right, this is it. Hag is on the Grunty
There
fight.
you go, bud.
I mean, it's not over. He could beak bomb into the ground.
We have seen Hagginator.
So if you've never played Banjo-Kazooie, this Grunty fight is extremely
Take 2 for
hard.
Duck. Hey, there it is.
There we go. All right.
We in there.
Clap.
All right, so Duck gets through. He's on Hag. He's trying to catch up to Hag right now. Hag is having Hag is having a very clean Grunty fight so far.
But he's going to choke.
All right. Using the invincibility frames from a ground pound. That's 1. He's got to hit her 3 more times. That's 2. That was real close. That's 3. And that's 4. That was really nice.
There's a chance that the game soft locks one of the next phases.
This is
and I have
not
to restart
over.
The fight.
The final trick this game has up his sleeve is that we're going to try to skip a cutscene here, and for some reason it can soft lock occasionally.
Hey.
Okay. So
We won't find out if it's off locks until he starts shooting at the next one. Hey. Hey, it went through. He's
All
good.
right, so Hag is good. This is it. This is the finale.
The final stretch.
You saw Banjo and Smash. You're about to see the Ginginator, where it originated from.
Hey!
Ooh.
All right, here it comes. 4 holes, 20 eggs, and a sad duck.
Quack.
That's all right. The fact that we're in the grunty fight together with only a little bit of memery and the dog is really, I mean, that's as close as you can ask for in a race. Here we go.
Eating fireballs.
Hag taking his good old time. One more. And
Time.
that's time.
GG. And I believe by a few seconds, that was the fastest Banjo run ever done at a GDQ.
Yeah, it was a 2:04:09.
I think this is a 2:04:10.
Is it?
Did we,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think,
Really?
Did we lose time from when the game paused, though? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait.
No, they stopped the time.
they stopped
did they
the time.
stop
were
it?
probably
Really?
stop it, yeah.
Oh.
All right, Duck coming in strong.
Nice.
Everybody looking at their watches, wondering when this is going to end.
No, this has been a
Yeah.
fantastic race. Like both runners had problems here and there, but I mean, the lead switched, several times. I mean,
All right, let's do this.
here we go. Let's give Duck a cheer to get him through the grunty fight.
Grunty, straight to the booth. Doug coming up on his final 5. There it is. What
That's
about
time.
it?
GG, man.
An unlikely friendship.
Thanks, everybody, for watching Banjo-Kazooie 100%. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm Doc on Twitch. This is Hagginator on Twitch. KingKC, Nylume, Mooseman_videos, Danzel_Glovington. Anyone who speedruns Banjo, just find him and follow him. Come on.
Yeah.
It's hype.
Join our community. We have so much that you can do in speedrunning that you've never been able, it's Banjo. It's a great game.
And thanks to GDQ, Doctors Without Borders. Keep donating generously. We're doing a really good job here.
Thank you.
And hype for the 1 million that we got at the very beginning of the
Yeah, that was awesome.
Like, we got the 1
The
million.
1 mil.
Time for 2 million.
Rematch.
Rematch.
That's 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
All right, let's give it up one more time for Duck and Hagginator for that Banjo-Kazooie race. Oh man, that was so much fun. We have an anonymous $100 donation that says, had to donate for the best singing I've ever heard at a GDQ. Great intro to the Banjo speedrunning community. Great run to both of you. Thank you so much, Anonymous. All right, we'll be right back, folks. We're gonna throw it over to a quick Twitch ad. See you in a bit. Are you the host taking over?
go, Goomba. You're infinitely less free now that you showed up. You're less free now that you're here. You were free before you showed up.
What is up? Summer Games Done Quick. I am your host, Sporadic Erratic, also known as Flappy Hat Girl. And it is time for a few words from our sponsors.
How many years have I waited for the warrior of light? Become the warrior of darkness.
Rated T for teen.
Now it's time for an interview with some more information about all of our awesome prizes.
Hello, everybody. We are back at Summer Games Done Quick 2019, and suddenly I'm Keyzeron. I don't know how that happened. I feel like this is a downgrade.
I'm so sorry. Who in the crowd just did that? Oh, let's go.
Oh, hey, Keys. It's always great to be here with you. And what are you doing? What are you doing here, my friend? Like oh, nope, he's off screen. There he is. He's good. I have Keyzeron to help me right now. Like I don't really, like you're cool, but you give me some space, bro. I'm sorry. I think I made him a little upset.
I mean, yeah. Look at how. I mean, I'm always down to help, but come on, man.
All right.
Maybe a little bit of help?
Sure. All right. Do you have a prize you want us to talk about? Surprise? Oh, yeah. See, look, he's got one. All right. Let's talk about a prize. So, from our friend Iggy Zig, $20 minimum donation. I want the audience to say this prize with me. We have a fully engraved glass Super Mario World orb.
Oh, that was so lame. I think they deserve a second chance. That was pretty.
Keys is calling the audience now for not participating in the orb. One more time, Keys? One more time. Orb. That was better.
That's better.
Yeah. Again, $20 minimum donation. It's made of clear glass. It's got the question mark engraved on it, like the Super Mario World orb. Looks beautiful when you light it up. Go over to the tracker to see a wonderful picture for it. Thank you so much for bringing that for us, surprises. You got any? I mean, could you have actually brought it though? Like, I mean, it would have been great to maybe hold. Yeah, of course, right. You're imagining. Get out of here. Get out of here, you. Go away. We'll talk to Keys now.
Wait, why me? We don't get along.
Yeah, I mean, better than me and that dragon. Anyway, Keys, we got a bunch of great prizes to talk about, all from now until the end of Pac-Man World later tonight. So you got plenty of time to get those donations in, but you're definitely going to want to get those donations in as we talk about some of these things. So first off, over there on the desk in front of Keys, we have a couple of great items. We have a beautiful repainted Rosalina amiibo from our friend Alessi. It's a $15 minimum donation. It's Peach repainted to be Rosalina. Super cute. I love it. And right next to it, we have a beautiful Banjo-Kazooie custom N64. I mean, the color palette on it is great. You got Banjo and Kazooie's logo there. It comes to us from Mooseman Videos, and it is a $20 minimum donation from now until the end of Pac-Man World. I love that N64 Keys. I really just want to like slap a little yellow backpack on it.
I like how you actually have the different like colored panels on it.
Oh, for sure.
It's pretty nice. It adds to the aesthetic.
It looks so good. I'm a huge fan of it. Also over there on that table, we have some Super Mario World stickers from our friends over at Shuggle Up Sketches, and that's a $5 minimum donation, as well as the beautiful Shy Guy acrylic painting from our friend and volunteer Puzzle P. So thank you so much to you both for those. The Shy Guy acrylic painting is a $10 minimum donation from now until the end of Pac-Man World. Slightly behind Yuki's, if you wouldn't mind grabbing it real quick, we have a beautiful Super Mario coin block coin bank. It's right under that little Pikachu. There we go. Thank you.
You want
so
all
much.
of them or just this one?
Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. You just want to turn it around, let everyone see. It's a beautiful 3D perler coin bank, and it's actually functional. The top pops off. You can stick coins in there, and it comes with a whole collection of Super Mario sprites, some of which glow in the dark. The coin bank itself glows in the dark.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. It comes to us from our good friend Scorch Dragon, who in addition to being a wonderful volunteer and a beautiful artist, has also been doing the staff's nails, so we look good on camera behind
I'm supposed to get mine done sometime tonight, so we'll see how that goes.
I want to see Keys with some nice nails. It's going to be great. So thank you very much to her for making that happen. From our friend Cosmic, we have a beautiful Tanuki Mario painting. It's oil on canvas. It's a $10 minimum donation, and you can head over to GamesDoneQuick.com to see a beautiful picture of it in the tracker. From our friend Rio McCarthy, we have yet another orb. This one of the plush variety, but you know what? It's still adorable. It's still fun, and it's the kind of orb you can throw at someone, maybe to like transition them somewhere else. Like if you want Keys to go away, you just chuck the orb at him, and boo.
Don't give people that power. There's too many that want me to go away.
I'm just kidding. We love you, Keys. We love you. It's a $20 minimum donation, and it's super cool. You got to head over to the tracker to see a great picture of it. From our friends at Nate Cal Art, shout outs to Nate and Cami for this. We have this beautiful Mumbo Jumbo painting. It's a watercolor on paper. It's great. It's a $10 minimum donation from now until the end of Pac-Man World. I just love the stylized nature of it, and I love that they made Banjo and Kazooie an N64 controller.
I really like the artwork of the N64 controller in the corner.
I don't understand why Banjo and Kazooie are a washing machine. Washing machines are useful. The N64 controller.
I love washing machines.
I'm not sure what that thing is. I think it was made for someone with 3 hands. It's kind of crazy. Also on our desk from Alyssa, we have a beautiful light blue Yoshi amiibo. It's just Yoshi recolored to be the wonderful light blue Yoshi from all of the Yoshi games. Super cute. $10 minimum donation. Get those donations in for it. From our friend, the Chain Nerd, and shoutouts to August for making this happen. We have this absolutely beautiful Banjo-Kazooie chainmail piece.
I haven't seen that yet. That's so cool.
Yeah, this is entirely in chainmail, and it's just colored links of chainmail to form the picture. It looks super great. It's got that transparent thing going on, but if you put something behind it, it solidifies really well. This is a beautiful thing to just kind of hang up somewhere. I love it. It's a $30 minimum donation from now until the end of Pac-Man World, and thank you so much, Chain Nerd, for getting this out to us. Just put that down real quick. From Flistagram, we have this lovely picture of Peach popping out of a rose in a classic SMB1 castle. It's called the Rose of No Man's Castle. That's what he's named it. And it is a beautiful little painting for you. $20 minimum bid from now until the end of Pac-Man World. Thank you so much. And as always, guys, we of course have our amazing grand prize, of which the shield is over on the desk with Keys. The beautiful Master Sword and Hylian shield replica from our friends over at Heroic Replicas. Shout outs to David Heroic Replicas for making that happen. It is a $200 donation, Keys, which I know sounds like a lot, but it's cumulative. So hey, you get $30 in, you get entered into everything we talked about, plus entered into a ton of different prizes that we haven't had the time to go over, and you're already over 10% of the way into an entry into this beautiful sword and shield combo. Now, I know you guys are thinking, that's a lot of great things to donate for, but what can I put my donation towards? Because of course, you don't have to actually do anything to get entered into winning prizes. You just get your donations in during the relevant period. Well, we have a wonderful incentive tomorrow with one of our games, Octopath Traveler, and that incentive is to pet the dog.
Heck yeah.
We need $10,000 to pet that dog. And frankly, that dog deserves to be pet, guys. Right now, I believe it is at $0. That's unacceptable.
That's a crime.
That is a crime against dogs. We need to meet that incentive. And you know what? I want to see us meet that incentive, sometime tonight. Let's make it happen. We've already raised over $1 million for charity. It's Thursday night, guys. What are you doing? That's insane. It's 18 hours faster than we've ever hit $1 million at a GDQ event before.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause for that. Come on.
There we go.
That's incredible. And keep in mind, that money is going directly to Doctors Without Borders. It's going directly to support their cause. We actually just went out to dinner, a couple of us. We got a rideshare ride, and our driver mentioned that years ago, he was actually very, very ill and was saved by some doctors from the organization, and he had no idea this event was going on, but he told us how much it meant to him, and that was incredible for us to hear. Guys, your donations do good. Every dollar, every $5, every $100 does a world of good, and I cannot stress that enough. But for now, that's going to be it for us. I'm Sent. This has, of course, been Keezeron. And we're going to throw it back up to the front as we prepare for Mario Kart Double Dash with Optimistic Emo and Goomba.
That's right, we do have an amazing Double Dash race coming up that I personally am hyped for because I stink at Mario Kart. And Double Dash is the only Mario Kart game I was ever able to play because I could sit on the back and throw all the stuff. I love this game so much. We have a $20 donation here from Jorby that says, Mario Kart hype! I have a $100 donation here from Mr. Boogeyman. Had to donate to cheer Surprise up. He just wants to help. I have a $25 donation here from Smoreezy that says, let's get that perfect Super Mario Galaxy 2 run. And that is actually an incentive that we have coming right up. The Super Mario Galaxy 2 run will be happening after this Double Dash run, and the perfect run is the 242nd star in Super Mario Galaxy 2. It's considered to be the hardest star to get. And if met, Super Viper T302 will get this star. So we are sitting at $32,534. We need $36,000. So we don't need too much more. I know you guys can do it. Let's go. I have a $1,000 donation here from Yakmir. No comment, just $1,000. Thanks, Yakmir. I have $100 here from Irrational Soup, who says, here's to a perfect run in Galaxy and the Bear and Bird in Smash. Good luck, racers. 1 million hype. I have a $500 donation from Rafflemere. Words cannot describe how grateful I am for all the helpful people out there, the GDQ staff, volunteers, runners, and the donators coming together, doing all of this for a great cause and helping others in need. Love you, y'all. This is a really sweet one. You know, this really is going to an amazing cause. Doctors Without Borders, they're doing amazing work. I have a very excited $250 donation from Cat Peach. How have we not fulfilled petting the dog? This is a crime. Pet that dog. Oh, and also, thanks to the organizers and runners for such a fun week that has such a wonderful mission.